Hey there guys, I'm back on another YouTube video, and I tried to make this fucking video 2 different times. One came out to 30 minutes, the other one came out to 20. We're gonna try to make this as fast as possible, and I'm going to explain everything thorough but brief. Okay? This is a challenge out to Moxsy's current build that he obviously put up a day ago. And this is my take on that build and how I will improve it and give you some insight that nobody that's an Amara player, unless there's a select few, actually pay attention to. Now this build, the recursion's fire with either one of our builds. It's just as good with either one of our builds because I have quite literally almost the same variation. It's just I have more damage on my recursion with my build than he does because of that wildfire shit that he. I don't get it. Somebody referred me to his videos and stuff, so I've been like trying to make sure that I try to see if he's trying to misinform you or if like he knows what he's talking about. So I've been like looking at all his videos, seeing. Okay, I can kind of see why you did that. I don't know why you did that. So today I'm gonna give you my variation. 2 in here, boom, 3 in there. Don't even touch clarity. That's just because of my spiritual driver. Right. Then we put all of our points here. I definitely put my points here because this is way better than clarity. Then we put points here, right? And then we go to vigor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is the insight I was talking about. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. We don't touch blue. We don't touch blue. Not needed. Not needed because this build is for the Maggie or any weapon that's kind of like the Maggie. We could do a little something with it. Definitely 2 points in infusion. We don't touch wildfire. I'm just reminding you. We do definitely do the handling and stuff. I mean, it's a back and forth situation. You could kind of argue that like some people will have you out to believe that like this doesn't even matter. So like I'm pretty sure there's like a select few that would probably put all 5 in here. I mean, there's probably PC players that are like, I don't even care about accuracy. I mean, those two you could argue by yourself with. It doesn't matter. But I just use it to get all the way down here. Then go to Dread, throw this, all 5 in here. So those are the same. Just don't touch this. Don't touch this. Anybody that's downplaying infusion is so stupid. I love you, Moxsy, but you downplayed the fuck out of it. I take 16% off. It's the same 16%. I throw it over to the elemental. It's like you're on like a chart, right? So you get the regular damage and you got the elemental damage. Now you got the 100% over here. Take 16%. You throw it on the elemental side. Now that elemental side is now about to break down a bunch of boosts to the element on that side and then bring it on top of that. In this case 84%. So you got 84% for your weapon damage, right? At this moment, and then you throw a good more extra percentage because of elements, because not only Tempest on the elemental damage, but Forceful Expression. And then if you want to take it a step further, which I will show you right after this, that you won't have to, the elemental projector is going to do the job for you. Like, I'm telling you, this is common sense, right? But as you can see, there's 3 points. I put 2 points in here at all times. If you want to take it a step further and you're like, no, that's not enough, definitely put 3 points in there then. Easy money. But if you want to go into the impact, because all the splash damage reduction is doing is just like the impact damage. Like it's kind of weird to like really explain, honestly. But the splash damage is just the impact of an explosion, right? Like the heavies are usually problematic in that sense. So it's really not gonna matter if you put it there or not. Usually I put it there, but if you don't believe in the splash damage thing, because my previous build didn't have the splash damage and I almost never died, you could just put your point into Guardian Angel. Like if you're like, I don't believe in none of this shit, you could just put it there. And if you don't believe in Guardian Angel at all, and you don't believe in splash damage, and you don't want to put Elemental, you go in Remnant. I mean, Remnant's really useful just to throw it back at them. Yeah. So that kind of like off gates, but if I'm gonna make a decision, it's definitely gonna be the splash damage because I want to off gate just a little bit the impact of the heavies, because usually the most problematic heavy is the flamethrower, because I always keep it. But another recommendation is keep fire on. I know people keep on trying to say, oh yeah, but the shock damage, shock damage. No, that shit makes no sense. If you're gonna use Tempest, you might as well maximize your damage in general. Some gear that I do recommend is obviously an elemental projector. Obviously, look for one that boosts your element of choice. If you can't find that, get a magazine size one or a skill cooldown one, because you're not going to be putting points into the blue chart. Always have a shock transformer or shock grenade. But either one of these have to be shock, and either one of these have to be corrosion at all times. I'm telling you, you're going to benefit from it cold-heartedly. I'm telling you. I'm going to go up to the dummy, and I'm going to finish the explanation, and we're going to transition into a run that I did on Athena's in 10 minutes. And that run, you will see me fall, but you will never see me die. And that's how I'm gonna do it. In this case, boop, 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 boop. Okay, this is the real damage. Sometimes the dummy's like inconsistent, but as you can see, 19k fire, 18k regular, right? So with that infusion, my elemental damage is through the roof, and that was without me even going into the elemental projector pocket. And you can even argue, like, if you guys tested it out with the same weapon, of course, it'll probably come out to like 18k regular damage and probably like 17k fire, because you don't have a specific elemental projector, which is cool. But the point is that the elemental damage is going to outweigh regardless, because once you put on that elemental projector, shit's gonna get busy in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's gonna go crazy, right? And the regular Maggie is perfect. It is perfect. Like, regular Maggie damage, perfect. But I do recommend getting this. And in the run that you're gonna see, you're not gonna see me with the Cutsman or the recursion or using the shot, the grenades. I'm only gonna use the Maggie. Okay? That's partially the reason why you're gonna see me end up going into fight for my life, because usually I use my grenade to keep them still. But it really doesn't matter. I'll pick myself up anyways. But in this case, right? Yeah, in this case, I would prefer you guys to have the action skill with the weapon damage on it. Only, and then obviously the corrosion and the shock damage, right? Oh, we got the corrosion and the shock damage are gonna, obviously the shock damage is gonna be 15k because it's already getting boosted by Tempest. The corrosion is gonna be at like 14k. I've already tested the fire one. It's supposed to be in the front. See, like 58. The regular damage stays around 38k. When you do the weapon damage one. If you don't have the weapon damage one, it'll stay at the regular damage, but your fire damage is gonna be crazy. Now I recommend you all, like, the reason why I say the shock on the grenade is so if there's shields around, that's gone. Then corrosion on the shield or the grenade so that there's no armor around. And then always use fire so that you can get the flesh. The reason why I always say that is if you have all three of them, your Maggie will also do regular damage. So it's going to be doing regular damage to all of those, which regular damage really doesn't get resistance on. So all three stages of like a hardened badass is gonna be trash. Of a Nog, a badass Nog, it's gonna be non-existent even if you're not hitting criticals, etc. Another thing why Infusion is so good and what people don't really realize, and I'm gonna segue into Vigor, is Infusion helps with the spiritual driver. The faster you move, the more gun damage. The more gun damage, the more the percentage that you're taking off the weapon matters, and that percentage, how much that percentage is going to be increased by the other Tempest and Forceful expression. The reason why Vigor is so good is as your Mindful is decaying, you will still be able to uphold a good enough movement speed. And then when you're at that main 10% movement speed, you'll obviously feel the difference between a good, I think, 170% and then 10%, so you'll be reminded to go for your action skill, but you'll still be able to maintain a good amount of movement speed as it's decaying. The reason why I say that is because usually when I'm playing, especially with this build, and the Maggie, of course, you'll be on a bloodlust. You'll be in like a bloodlust situation where, in those cases, you'll be in a bloodlust situation where you're gonna be like, "Fuck it, I'm going for kills. I'm going for kills." So you don't really pay attention to the DK, honestly. So the Vigor just keeps it going, and then if you're playing with friends and you're playing with like a Zane. Zanes can get up to 75% movement speed as well, and Flax that can get up to 60% when they're using their jabber. In some cases, you can help them keep up to you, you know, and keep them moving as fast if you're doing the Mala 1 takedown. That pretty much sums it up. I don't recommend having shock damage all the time. I want you guys to maximize the Tempest. Moxsy, if he comes across this video, this is a challenge out to yours. I believe mine's better, and I want you to test this one out. If you like this one, I would appreciate if you would support this. That's only if you end up, and if somebody sends it to him, that's muchly appreciated as well. But we're going to transition into the clip of me basically taking over Athenas with just the Maggie, of course. So always keep that in mind. With just the Maggie, I'm going to show you the entire run from the very beginning. I'm going to kill every single enemy that I see, all the way up to the Captain Trump. I'm not going to skip anything. And I'm going to show you a screenshot of the modifiers, because I'm not used to like showing the modifiers and then doing a fucking speed run. I literally just took the clip from when I was test running, so you're also gonna see me switch between my two class mods. At the beginning, I was using this, and then I switched to the pistol, and the pistol one made me do way more. The reason why I say the transformer and the grenade is off-gating for like a flamethrower. If a flamethrower pops up, you're destroying him, basically. Yeah, and that's the only one that's usually problematic. Even if a corroder pops up, it doesn't matter. That's just going to get zapped out of existence because you have the fire on. Also, why I recommend the shock is at the end of the 10 seconds for both of them. If you at least have the shock at the end, it'll boost up your shield at the end of the 10 seconds. So you'll stop being status affected, and then the shock will boost up your shield as well. I hope this helps a few of you guys that were probably like, I'm not too sure on his build. Like I said with this, if you don't believe in splash damage, go to either one of these. And if you don't believe in those, just go here. It doesn't matter. You're going to benefit yourself greatly if you go into any 4 of them with that last 1 point. But always have 2 points in one with nature. At least, that's at least what I believe. Because, the first point on one with nature automatically is better than root to rise. Like instantly, because it gives a big amount of elemental damage reduction, and then it goes by 7. So that's always something to think about. Alright, please comment, like, subscribe, especially if you're new. Hope you guys enjoyed the clip. Hope you guys enjoyed my intake on this, and I hope you guys enjoy the build if you test it out. And if you're on PlayStation, just hit me up and I will be willing to dupe all the stuff that I have. And if there's any tips that you guys want to know, just comment down below or hit me up on Twitter, which is the same name as this, or look me up on PlayStation and hit me up on PlayStation and ask your questions there. Yeah, see you guys later.